Good morning. This is still Space 90.1 FM from the city of Ibadan. 2 days ago, I was labeled. I was labeled with honorary doctor in media technology. So right now, it is good and right to say that I'm Ambassador Dr. Demola Soyaolu. Daddy has always told me that I should not neglect the titles. It's not Monica. I earned them. Good morning. This is Stargaze on Space 90.1 FM. Olóyè is still with me in the studio. He's our father, he's our friend. He loves this station. And he has always been with us, contributing to the progress. Amongst others, we have several other knowledgeable, brilliant, intelligent people who join us on Space 90.1 FM to make sure that our standard in broadcasting is new every day. Welcome to another excitingly awesome episode of Stargaze. We call it Ayedun because it's a melange of English and Yoruba. Today's episode, as we have done a lot of promotional givings. It's going to be exciting. We'll be talking about something spectacular. Don't go anywhere. This is Space 90.1 FM. Good morning.
ẹni ṣiṣẹ́ jàre ó ṣe ó dájú ọ̀rẹ́ wa. iṣẹ́ òun mi mo ṣe bọ̀rọ̀ lóhùn mi o. lọ́mọdé lágbà làpàtẹ́pá mọ́ṣẹ́. iṣẹ́ lókun ṣẹ́ ní ara mi o. nínú wa ní barista lọ́ọ̀yà o tó bá ṣiṣẹ́
Thank you for staying tuned. The program is Stargaze. I need to remind our listening audience, locally and internationally, about the objective of this program. This program is not for praise singing, adulation, or glamorizing any individual. Its major purpose is to showcase the positive roles of personalities in discourse, their positive influence and impact on our society, as well as allowing others learn from their positive strides and taking a cue from them. The program also wants the younger generation to learn from lessons of our heroes, either alive or already in afterlife. That's the essence of this program. Good morning. We'll set off. Today, we're talking about a major part of Nigeria. Nigeria is an African country on the Gulf of Guinea and has many natural landmarks. Nigeria has several geopolitical zones. The political zones of Nigeria, a geopolitical zone is an administrative division of Nigeria. The 6 zones were created during the regime of President General Sani Abacha. So Nigerian economic, political, and educational resources are often shared across the zones. The 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, reasons for those zones. The zones were not entirely carved out based on geographic location, but rather states with similar ethnic groups and or common political history were classified in the same zone. Nigeria is made up of approximately 400 ethnic groups and 450 languages. There was a need for the government to merge similar groups for effective allocation of resources. That was the original intent. The 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria are the North Central, the Northeast, the Northwest, the Southeast, the South-South, and the Southwest. Today, we're going to be picking a particular region, geographical region. We're not neglecting the others. Today, we're talking about the Southwest. There's a company in the Southwest that dominated and ensured that the values of the Southwest thrived and was used for major specific purpose. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Our program today is going to be like a chronicle of the turnaround feat of Africa's largest indigenous conglomerate, Odua Investment Company Limited, between February 1997 and June 1999 by Otumba Mohammed Aliu Jobifele, led board of directors comprising Reverend Mrs. Modupe Shuremekun, Ogun State Representative, Chief Kola Omonije, Ondo State Representative, Chief Deji Faswan, Ekiti State Representative, Mr. Akin Akinola, Osun State Representative, and Senator Yemi Brimo Yusuf, Oyo State Representative. Odua Investment Company Limited. Although not the exact translation of the two words, Odua Company, Yoruba call it Ojuoro, or be Ojuoro. Ojuoro, while English call it boy. But however, they both convey the same meaning of staying on top, or tenacity, or survival of troubles or schemes. The Yoruba shareholder states owned conglomerate, the Odua Investment Company Limited, OICL, has refused to go under despite obstacles placed on our way by both military and civilian governments and some individuals since our formation 45 years ago. The Odua Investment Company Limited, established in July 1976, is an offshoot of the Western Nigeria Development Corporation, WNDC, founded by the Chief Obafemi Awolowo-led Western Nigerian Government, WNG, in 1959. It later became the Investment, Industrial and Credit Corporation, IICC, and the Odua Investment Company Limited, OICL, in July 1976, but it formally commenced business on 1st of October, same year. Copying the Western Nigerian government, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe-led Eastern Nigeria government formed, the Eastern Nigeria Development Corporation, ENDC, and then Sir Ahmadu Bello led Northern Nigerian government formed the Northern Nigerian Development Corporation. The Odua conglomerate has chosen Friday 12th November, that's tomorrow, as date to formally celebrate our 45th founding anniversary, dubbed a bold rebirth. The 12th November 2021 program kicks off with a commemorative lecture with the topic From Regional Player to Global Powerhouse. Olóyè is with me in the studio. I'll be talking about the survival of Odua, the rise, the evolution, we call it metamorphosis, the evolution, the fall, the rise and survival of Odua Investment Company Limited, and the whole story. That's what we'll be exploring this morning. Olóyè, nice to have you again.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Odua Investment Company Limited. I just did a narrative of those who formed the conglomerate from those regions, Ekiti, Ondo, and Ogun, and Oshun, way back. What are the fond memories you remember about OICL as they mark their 45th anniversary tomorrow?
Thank you very much. The Odua Investment Company Limited, as we have stated, rose from the ashes of Western Nigeria Development Corporation, Western Nigeria Development and Finance Corporation, and the Industrial and Investment Credit Corporation, IICC. Tomorrow, they will be marking the 45th anniversary of the founding of OICL, Odua Investment Company Limited, with a lecture to be delivered by Dr. Dotun Sulaiman, MFR. And as you have read out, the title of that lecture is From Regional Player to Global Powerhouse. That is the Odua Investment Company Limited of today. But fair is fair. I left the services of Odua Investment Company Limited in 2006 as the pioneer general manager, corporate affairs. I left the conglomerate 16 years ago. So whatever I say here now is not going to be current. The current topics will be handled by those who are now managing the affairs of the conglomerate, headed by the group managing director and CEO, Mr. Adewale Raji. But you cannot talk of the present or future without referring to the past.
The past, yes.
And as we have always done on this program, Stargaze stroke Ayedu,
Yes.
we recall the glorious past, particularly of Western Nigeria, when merit was the name of the game.
Merit was the name of the game.
Yeah, Nigeria was once run on what you call meritocracy. Once you have it,
Doesn't matter where you're from.
Come on. If you wanted to enter secondary school of your choice, or the choice of one's parents or guardian, you go and buy the entrance examination form. If you wanted to go to higher institution, the university, you purchase that form. You go through the process of written examination, oral interview, and pronto, the best brains were chosen. It also applied to public, in particular, vacancies, and private. So the best got it. It didn't need any man knows man or bearer is from me. So we must give it to Chief Obafemi Awolowo and his successor, Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola. Both of them were premiers. Yes, Awolowo was premier ahead of Akintola. Brilliant lawyers, both journalists, particularly Akintola, a fantastic orator. But Baba Awolowo, the sage, had an edge in the written word. But Akintola also had an edge in the audio. So Baba Awolowo was premier. First of all, he was leader of government, Western Region. 1952, became premier and ended his tenure in 1959. Chief Akintola took over December 1959 and was also premier, Western Region, until he was assassinated in the first military coup in Nigeria on January 15, 1966. Awolowo governed Western Region 7 years. Akintola similarly governed Western Region 7 years. But it was Premier Awolowo-led government that formed WNDC, which was the predecessor of the IICC. Odua Investment Company Limited came about, as we read out, in 1976 and started business on October 1 of that year, making it 2021 the 45th anniversary, which they are celebrating tomorrow. So what was WNDC? As the name implied, Development and Finance Corporation. It was an arm of the Action Group government of Western Region of Nigeria. They thought about creating wealth. Not today, whereby states have to go cap in hand.
Sincere empowerment, would you say?
Yeah. Look at the landmarks. So it's not today that everybody will say, want to teach a federal allocation. States go to Abuja or wherever they are going to
cap in hand.
And they will just tell us, newspaper advertisement, X amount was distributed among the federal and states and local governments, and then we wait for the next allocation. But the Western Region government did not depend on federal allocation. Rather, they looked inward and tapped the resources. The core resources, Western Region, cocoa, palm oil, rubber,
yes,
and such items. Ditto. Northern Nigeria fed on our core products, cotton,
groundnut,
mineral resources such as tin.
Yes.
Then you come to the Eastern Region and largely depended on palm oil, which we used to joke that we didn't know it was not. Eastern Region was not entirely Igbo. When we were young, we thought Northern Nigeria was Hausa, Western Region Yoruba,
and Eastern
Region Igbo. And instead of calling it palm oil, you say palm oil. We didn't know it was the Calabar people that were calling palm oil. So the regions were in clear competition.
Truly independent.
Because the regions, out of the revenues generated internally, were donating to the federal a certain percentage.
Center, yes.
The reverse is the case now. Part of the noise they are shouting about for restoration is that the federal government, you are taking too much lion's share of the resources. I read the news report of a state governor that said federal government should devolve powers to the states. So Western Region of Nigeria, under the leadership of Obafemi Awolowo was captain of captains. He led a team of first-class brains, but he was the leader. And they had the mission and what you can call the chart CHART, for development. So they plowed back those resources into development of Western region. First television station in Africa, which was opened Saturday, October 31, 1959. Last Saturday, there is the foundation for the celebration of first television in Ibadan television, headed by Ambassador Yemi Farumbi. And there is a board of trustees. And 2 years ago, we celebrated the 60th anniversary of first television in Africa. So now, annually, we do the reunion of those you can call the alumni of television and radio in Africa. Dr. Yemi Farumbi is our chairman. So, as they established the first television, and later, a year later, WNBS, they were also creating employment opportunities, free education. And then the Liberty Stadium, which is now renamed after the premier whose government built the stadium, and he didn't call it by his name. Obafemi Awolowo did not call Liberty Stadium by his name, even though his counterparts in northern region named the one in Kaduna after himself, Ahmadu Bello in stadium. And the Western Nigeria Housing Corporation, that's why you have the Bodija Estate, the Ikeja Estate. So WNDC concentrated mainly on industrial development. So you have the industries, because Chief Awolowo went on a 2-week economic tour of Europe, and the results were the establishment of companies which were called associated companies. That is, Western region held certain percentage, and the foreign technical partners held perhaps lion shares. Nigerite, Guinness, many. But the subsidiaries that the Yorubas, Nigerians controlled, included the Western Hotels,
Wema Bode Estates,
Cocoa
Industries.
Wema Bode Estates are the owner of Cocoa House,
Okay.
Western House,
Westlink Integrated Agriculture.
Good. So it was into banking, insurance, food, printing, and all legal businesses as at then. That is why Odua was not found among the oil companies, either as producer or processor. It had not become a commercial concern by 1959. So you had it that products of primary, secondary, modern or grammar schools, and then the institute that were set in anticipation of the graduates. For those who could not advance, and there was just then only one university in Nigeria, remember, the University of Ibadan, that was established in 1948. So competition to get into UI within Nigeria and from outside was very tough. So Western region government thought of a middle class level of education, particularly vocational. That's why you had the West African College of Cooperatives, Ibadan, owned by Western Nigeria, but taken over forcibly by the General Olusegun Obasanjo-led federal military government. The School of Survey, Oyo, School of Agric, which was in Akure, but with farms spread all over Western region. There was no way, even the Europeans would not praise Western Nigeria for the foresight and industry of our leaders. So when Awolowo now left Ibadan, that is Western region, to go and contest the prime ministership of Nigeria, the vice, because they now call them National Party chairman. In the days of Awolowo and co, it was National President of Action Group. His deputy was Chief Samuel Ladoke Akintola, GCON, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò of Yoruba land. He took over the reins of government. So as Awolowo moved to Lagos, Akintola started from where his leader stopped. So it was Ladoke Akintola led government that built the Cocoa House, because that Cocoa House was commissioned July 30, 1965 by Premier Samuel Ladoke Akintola. Although the University of Ife, which they now call Obafemi Awolowo University, was in the offing, it was Akintola government that completed it, and many other things. But the long and short of it was that as the Western Region government was leading in parliamentary procedure and Odua Investment Company Limited, which evolved from WNDC, IICC, was taking care of the economic.
All right, we're talking about the evolution of OICL,
Yes.
The metamorphosis, and if you flash back, that it was almost moribund, and it was revived by the then military administrators of the 5 owner states, the Odua states, as it was called then, Colonel Hamed Usman of Oyo State, Navy Captain Anthony Onyerubulem of Ondo State, and Captain Sam Ewang of Ogun State, and Colonel Anthony Obi of Osun State, and Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad Bawa of Ekiti State. I also want to recall that from about 17 subsidiaries where it maintained majority interest in 1985, it had decreased to 7 subsidiaries in 2019. The manufacturing and industrial interest of the firm had shrunken, but the firm has continued to make investments in the real estate sector and also continues to maintain minority participation in many legacy assets, such as Wema Bank, Tower Aluminium, and Nigerite. Let's flash back. The almost moribund confusion then that occurred. There was some hula baloo. What do you recall, sir?
Thank you. As we said, tomorrow the conglomerate is marking her 45th anniversary with a lecture.
Yes.
But 5 years ago, in 2016, when it marked our 40th anniversary, I wrote an article. I left Odua Services 2006.
Okay.
I was there for 17 years. I assumed duty August 7, 1989 as the Pioneer Public Affairs Manager. Was promoted Senior Manager Corporate Affairs, eventually General Manager Corporate Affairs. I left in 2006 after 17 years. So 5 years ago, when they celebrated the 40th anniversary, to which I was invited. I'm also invited to tomorrow's program. In 2016, the Odua Investment Company Limited celebrated with a lecture, dinner, and awards night at Premier Hotel. So in the brochure that they distributed at that ceremony, I noticed some missing angles. So on December 28, 2016, I was then running a syndicated column in the City People magazine, which I launched in 1997. I now filled in the gaps, as it were, because when you celebrate, you must remember the pioneers whose toil
and intellectual prowess,
tears and sweat lay the foundation on which you are building and now celebrating. So, as we said, the government of Awolowo and Akintola established WNDC, became IICC, and when the military came, we must give it to them. The military governors of the western state of Nigeria, which was broken into 3 states, Oyo, Ondo, and Ogun, in 1976. And the board and the technocrats, the great civil servants of that era, sat down and thought, yes, our state has been broken to 3, but let us have a common patrimony that will be economic and not political. So rather than share the assets, movable and immovable, they formed the Odua Investment Company Limited as the economic pillar for the Yorubas.
Olóyè, let's have a breather. I need you to pause so that we can enjoy some music. ayédùn lẹ́tọ̀ Odua Investment Company Limited wọ́n máa ṣe 45th anniversary wọn ní ọ̀la.
Pẹ̀lú àpéjọ.
ṣùgbọ́n
wọ́n ti pé 45 ní October 1.
ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀la ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe àpéjọ. àwọn là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa àwọn ohun tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ látẹ̀yìnwá tí ó sì jẹ́ kí wọ́n dúró pẹ̀lú gbogbo làásìgbò tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú iléeṣẹ́ náà.
òun la ṣe pé àkọlé tó kà yẹn ní post mo send bóyá níjẹrin tí mo pè ní ojú oró ló máa lékè omi
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
òṣìbàtà
ló máa lékè odò.
Odua Investment Company Limited abáwọn yọ àti àwa Yorùbá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ jẹ́ ká gbádùn orin díẹ̀ Olóyè Lékan Àlàbí ẹ jẹ́ ká sẹ́mi mu à ń bọ̀ Stargaze Space 90.1 FM lẹ́ṣùwà. ẹ káàbọ̀ padà Space 90.1 FM lẹ́sìn tẹ́tí sí ṣe mọ̀ aláràgbà yìí dání wá àní kọ́ máa sin wa jẹ nígbà tó máa sin wa jẹ tó bá dé apá bìkan tó bá há wọn tún padà wá pé ẹ ṣàánú wa báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe lápá bíi.
bẹ́ẹ̀ nǹkan tí àgbà fi ń jẹ̀kọ.
abẹ́ ìwé ló wà àgbà ò ní tán lórílẹ̀ àgbà yẹn á kalẹ̀.
sórí àwo tẹ̀ jáde ń sìn yẹn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
àwo Ebenezer Obey àtàwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ wọn International Brothers ni ó kí gbogbo àwọn ìlú ńláńlá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá but mélòó ló fẹ́ kí àká nínú ìyẹn Adépèlé wọ́n láti ṣe rẹ́kọ̀dù míì torí àwọn ìlú kan wà tí wọ́n sọ pé ṣé àwọn òkè ń ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá ni so rẹ́kọ̀dù yìí sìn ibi tó ti kí Ẹ̀gbá nìyẹn mi ìdẹ̀lẹ̀ bá wọn wí nígbà pé Òwu ni bàbá wọn Aké ni bàbá wọn ìyá wọn ní Òwu bọ̀tẹ̀gbá ni wọ́n ó fi àfi Ẹ̀gbá síwájú Ìjẹ̀ṣà ń bẹ tó inú rẹ́kọ̀dì náà ni ó.
Daddy ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré gbọ́ tí Ìjẹ̀ṣà yẹn.
Ìbàdàn kọ́.
ó wà ń bẹ. ń bọ̀ ayédùn lẹ́tọ̀ Stargaze is the program. We're still here for you, entertaining, informing, educating and enlightening you on Space 90.1 FM. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. àròjọ musolókun dádì àbẹ́ẹ̀rí bó ṣe ń sáré.
àsìkò tó yàn bá lò fún nǹkan rí bí àyà ni tó bá gbé sókè wà ní pé wákàtí ti lọ bọ̀ tí ó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n kàn dúró bí omi ọkà tí wọn kò ná mọ́ kò sí nǹkan kan kò sí activity kò ríbi lọ kò sówó á ní ìwọ Ọlọ́run ṣé pé aago báyìí tí ẹ fẹ́ lù látàárọ̀ ni ẹ já lò ká yára lò ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé oníléeṣẹ́ okòwò Odua ní ayédùn tó ní Stargaze dálé lórí ara mọ́nẹ́jì àsìkò láti ṣàlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ fún àwọn èèyàn tó ń gbọ́ wa wípé Yorùbá àwa ẹ̀yà tó ń pè ní Yorùbá àwa náà jẹ́ ọmọ Ọlọ́run torí tá a bá máa wí tá a bá sí wọn láwọn kan children of God máa ń sọ fún wọn pé children of God wọ́n pọ̀ o bọ́ọ̀ tẹ̀ pọ̀ Yorùbá náà bẹ́ẹ̀ ń bẹ́ẹ̀ o torí láti ayé Odùduwà ká sún síwájú dé orí Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ Ládòkè Akíntọ́lá Adégòkè Adélabú Michael Ajásin Adékúnlé Fájuyì mò ń bẹ́ nítorí àsìkò ní o ká wo ìṣe wọn Bọ́lá Ìgè ká wo ìṣe wọn lọ síwájú àti síwájú ẹ̀ rí i pé àwọn aṣíwájú rere ni àwọn yẹn tí wọ́n fi lè ronú pé ẹ jẹ́ ká dá iléeṣẹ́ okòwò sílẹ̀ ó ṣubú o ṣùgbọ́n tó dìde o ó ṣubú ó dìde so gbà tó ṣubú yẹn kí ló fà á àwọn èèyàn kan bẹ tó jẹ́ pé kò sí ní kẹ má rí kọ̀ǹda nínú ìrẹsì àbí ẹ̀wà àwọn ẹ̀yà wọn á máa ní ẹja sọ́síwájú àwọn á lọ máa gbẹ̀yìn gbẹbọ jẹ́ kí dẹ̀ ló máa ń gbẹ̀yìn wọn ẹ̀tẹ́ àti ìjìyà kọ́lọ̀ máa jẹ́ àtẹ́ ká má jìyà so àwọn tí wọ́n gbé iléeṣẹ́ okòwò Odua ró a gbọ́dọ̀ rántí àwọn tí wọ́n ti ṣe gbogbo àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tá a kà yẹn o Dr. Victor Ọmọlólú Olúnlọ́yọ̀ ó ń bẹ ní ara wọn Chief Lekan Salami wọ́n ń bẹ ní ara wọn ká wá sún síwájú sí Odua tá à ń pè sí yẹn alága àkọ́kọ́ fún iléeṣẹ́ okòwò Odua àwọn ní Báṣọ̀run Kọ́ládàísí ẹni tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá GMD àkọ́kọ́ wọ́n ti kú sí ọ̀run rere wọn àwọn ní ọ̀gbẹ́ni CSO Akande he was the secretary to the military government and head of service of àwọn jẹ́ǹbẹ̀ wọn government then gbà táwọn kúrò ń bẹ̀ from there he was posted to WAPCO Lafarge ló ń jẹ́ sí tó ti ń ṣe cement ẹni tó gbaṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá CSO Akande àwọn ní Chief Mogaji àwọn náà kúrò ń bẹ̀ as GMD Mr. O.A. Yowu àwọn bọ́ síbẹ̀ àwọn náà ti kú kọ́lọ́n kó délẹ̀ fún wọn lẹ́yìn Chief Yowu ni Chief Olúfẹ́mi Adéwùmí followed by Alhaji R.S. Haruna he too is gone may so rest in peace then you had Sir Remi Omotosho àti Dr. Adébáyọ̀ Jimoh immediate past GMD and now the incumbent is Mr. Adewale Raji so ìtàlẹ̀ pé ní àwọn tó ń jẹ́ record breakers nìyẹn first chairman the GMDs àtàwọn tó ń ṣe ọ̀gá subsidiaries tí orí wọn pé tí wọ́n jẹ́ àwọn táwọn òyìnbó gan máa ń bẹ̀rù láti bá pàdé ní ìpàdé pé àwọn ẹni ìgbóná mo ní láti dárúkọ Chief Ken Ọ̀jẹ́rìndé why gbà tó tán gbà síṣẹ́ 1989 gẹ́gẹ́ bí general manager Lagos Airport Hotel kò sí ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ sùn sí Airport Hotel pọ́ńtẹ̀ ní pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá sùn àá fún yín lówó because the essential services were not available. Ken brilliant mind ó wá lọ bá àwọn sẹ́ẹ̀tì wọn nígbà yẹn lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó ń ṣe leasing companies ó lease generator air conditioners àwọn nǹkan tó máa fi máa dáná ní kitchen in no time Lagos Airport took number 1 position in hotel hospitality and services àti àwọn ọ̀gá ńláńlá ní Great Nigeria Insurance gbogbo ẹ̀ náà turn around ṣùgbọ́n lójijì àwọn kan rápálá wọlé tán bá ní kòkòrò tó ń jẹ ẹ̀fọ́ ààrẹ ló wà ó kù díẹ̀ kí Odua wó lulẹ̀ torí wọ́n ti compromise the business of Odua the shares of Odua wọ́n ti ẹ̀ bá débi pé ọkùnrin kan Hausa wọ́n ń pè ní Lawal something bóyá Lawal Garba or whatever òun ló lọ lo ìwé Cocoa Industries Limited ní Ìkẹjà ó dẹ̀ lọ fi yáwó. àwọn kan náà ranjú mọ́ Ẹ̀pẹ́ Plywood Industries ní Ẹ̀pẹ́ wọ́n mọ̀ lọ jẹ gbèsè láti lè dojú ilé iṣẹ́ yẹn bolẹ̀. But thank God Almighty gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe kà síta yẹn àwọn kan dìde wọn dẹ̀ ń ṣe Yorùbá o. The military governors who saved Odua from total fall in 1997 were led by the military administrator of Oyo State, Colonel Ahmed Usman, Ọ̀gá Air Force Sam Ewang of Ogun State, orúkọ tó kà jáde lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn Oyeru Bulem of Old Ondo State,
Mohammed Bawa
of Ekiti State, and then
Ahmed Usman Ọ̀yọ́
àti Ọ̀ṣun
Odofia Anthony Obi
yeah. So àwọn náà wá set up panel of inquiry headed by the late Chief Ọ̀túnba Mohammed Jobi Fele, who in his own right was a successful industrialist. Òun ló ń ṣe Jobitex, Sardine and co. So Odua tún dìde padà. Ìgbà tó tún dìde ó tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ ó tún ṣe ó ń tẹ̀síwájú. The principal objective of WNDC, IICC, Odua Investment Company Limited is to generate employment for the Yorubas, pay dividends to the Odua state owner states government, and also be a strong partner in the Nigeria industry. So thank God today, as I said, I left Odua voluntarily. I had 6 more years to go when I submitted my voluntary letter of retirement to Dr. Adebayo Jimoh. Dr. Adebayo Jimoh is alive till today.
Kí ló dé tẹ́ fi retire, sir?
A good actor lives when the ovation is loudest. 17 years, pioneer GM, corporate affairs. Kí ló tún kù? A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ sí yẹn ní corporate affairs department, I employ them all of them. The head one thing here was an IT student under me. The manager public relations was my secretary. But nǹkan tó ń ṣe fẹ́mi náà lèmi náà láti fáwọn ẹlòmíì. Fọláìgì ò mọ̀ mí rí now. Ọ̀rẹ́sànyẹ ò mọ̀ mí rí. Bọ̀dé George, because I didn't apply to Odua. I didn't. It's what you can call head hunting. Brigadier Ọ̀rẹ́sànyẹ call on telephone but tán join tán gbé wọn wá sí Ọ̀yọ́ state. I was press secretary to his predecessors, Adetunji Olurin. But the meeting for Odua AGM had been scheduled kan tó post Brigadier General Ọ̀rẹ́sànyẹ wá sí Ọ̀yọ́ state. So in the eagerness, he was noting kí ló dé press secretary ni ẹ, why are you so eager about Odua AGM? And I told him, sir, we coordinate Odua affairs from the governor's office in Ibadan. So he now went behind me to ask the then SMG and head of service, Chief Adedeji, how much do they pay the press secretary from Odua? When he discovered that nothing, not even a letter of appreciation was from Odua to me for services being rendered, he now contacted his colleague in Ondo, Commodore Bode George, and the late Admiral Mohammed Lawal of Ogun State, that my press secretary has served 3 of my successors and is still serving Odua Investment Company Limited without a kobo. I now want you to please join my step to appoint him as the first public affairs manager of Odua. Ìjọ tá à ń lọ sí hajj ni mo gbọ́. So mo sọ fáwọn èèyàn máa ṣe rere lọ, wàá rò pé wọn ò rí ẹ, àwọn tó Ọlọ́run bá máa rán sí ẹ wọn á kàn gbé ẹ jáde sáyé ní dáadáa ni. Àwọn tí ò bá mọ̀ náà máa forí sọlẹ̀ kiri pé why him, is he the only one, is she the only one? So 17 years ó tó gẹ́.
Dádì ẹ jẹ́ ká gbádùn orin díẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ ṣí òpó lẹ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn láti pè wọlé. Ẹ pè sáwọn nọ́mbà yìí 0704-633-3566 0704-633-3566 or 0816-132-5587. If you have any questions for Olóyè Lékan Àlàbí, you can. There's a call. Hello.
Hello.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Yes sir. Kí lorúkọ yín níbo lẹ ti ń pè sà? Hello. Orí òpó tẹ máa pè sí náà ní 0704-633-3566 àbí 0816-132-5587. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Hello. Ẹ rà
Mo
o.
kí ọ̀gá níbẹ̀ yẹn, Ọlọ́run tó mọ̀ jẹ́ kó pẹ́ fún wa.
Àmín.
mi
Mr. Ogunbanjo ló sọ̀rọ̀
láti
òkè àdó.
ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹni pé tí ń bò du ayé, Ọlọ́run tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ máa yẹ kó panu. Ọlọ́run máa fún yín lọ́gbọ́n àtòyí láti máa tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀.
àmín.
Nítorí èmi tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ mi ìwọ̀n rìn bọ̀tí wọn bá jẹ́ tí mo rí tí o bá ṣe fún wẹ́sà ìjọ́njọ́ sí ìyẹn farm settlement yẹn ó lè kàn sí Ìjẹ̀bú-Igbó ó lè kàn sí Ìbàdàn ó lè kàn sí Èkìtì tí ì sí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ kí n lákàn dìfẹ́lọ́pù kí n yẹn dáadáa ni rúnà kan jáde fún ọmọ àríkà ṣe ń bẹ̀ ìjọ mo dé ti Ìbàdàn nígbà mo lanu pé yóò ní gbogbo báyìí ọ̀gá máa ràn lọ́wọ́ dákun ẹdúrà gbígbèsè láti dìfẹ́lọ́pù kìíní yẹn àti kọ́run tó kù láti mú ọ̀rọ̀ Odua tẹ̀síwájú lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú yín sà.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò yìí mi ò lè sọ pé mo mọ̀ nípa bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe Odua investment mọ́ o 15 years ago lèmi ti kúrò ńbẹ̀ o ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó kúrò wọ́n dá Odua Farms Limited sílẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn farm settlement ẹ̀ ń sọ yìí ni wọ́n sọjí padà wọ́n sọjí àwọn tó ń ṣàkóso iléeṣẹ́ okòwò Odua ń sìn ọ̀la náà máa ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tá a máa gbọ́ ibi táwọn náà bá ṣẹ́ dé wọ́n ò sùn wọ́n ò sùn wọ́n ò sùn.
Alright. À ń bọ̀ àìtí ṣètò kù díẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ orin díẹ̀. The program is still Stargaze Ayédùn on Space 90.1 FM with Olóyè Lékan Àlàbí Ẹ̀kẹfà Olúbàdàn ti ìlú Ìbàdàn ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn ẹ ṣe 10:30 bó sí wa. Wow. How time flies. How time flies. Olóyè Lékan Àlàbí has so much information. You know, he talks from...
I thank you very much. But we must emphasize this.
Yes.
April 22, 1990, Major Gideon Oka attempted to topple the military government of retired General Babangida. It was a shaker because Babangida escaped by the whiskers.
By whiskers.
Good.
Yeah.
What did he do? He now made a broadcast that henceforth any primordial economic tó ń sọ àwọn states pọ̀ dissolved. And he was gunning for Odua Investment Company Limited. Ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ṣe broadcast yẹn ni wọ́n set up board of trustees led by the late Aloko of Ijeshaland ọdúngbà yẹn prince ni wọ́n to dissolve share the assets of Odua Investment Company Limited àwọn méjì wo dẹ̀ nígbà yẹn Odua Investment Company Limited, New Nigeria Development Corporation NNDC, the former Northern Nigeria, which was a counterpart of WNDC and so forth. They did not lift a finger in Kaduna. They did not lift a finger. So I ran to the late Bashorun MKO Abiola of blessed memory nílé wọn ní Ìkẹjà. Sir, wọ́n ti ní kàn dissolve Odua o. Although wọ́n ní pé gbogbo àwọn tó bá jẹ́ commercial ventures bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o NNDC wọ́n òru ní now 2 a.m. Abiola started work. By 6 a.m. wọ́n ní ó ti di èrò ọ̀run báyìí wọ́n ní Lẹ́kan sir go and tell our people nothing can move Òkè-Ìbàdàn, nothing can move Olúmọ.
Nothing can move Olúmọ.
Nothing can move.
And nothing did move.
Babangida reversed nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe wẹ̀. Odua was gone. Gone. But àwọn tó bá wà bẹ́ẹ̀ sìn, they should be careful. It's an economic platform. It's not a political forum. Awolowo ò dálẹ̀ nítorí action group. Neither did Akitola succeed and make it democratic or anything. So it's an economic. Make sure àwọn tẹ́ bá gbà síbẹ̀ they merit whatever position and keep the patrimony of the Yoruba going. As I said, wọ́n sún àwọn tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ sí wọ́n sún wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ o.
The program has been Stargaze with Olóyè Lẹ́kan Alabi Ẹ̀kẹfà Olúbàdàn of Ibadan land. I am your very special host, Ademola Sanyaolu. My producer has been Ebun Ogunmuyiwa, and standing by too has been Saeed. Thank you for staying tuned on this exciting episode of Stargaze Ayedun. Until we come your way again, same time next week. This is Space 90.1 FM, and I say, do well, keep well, stay atop your game, stay out of trouble, and remember, somebody is watching you. The day your promotion will come, you don't know. Just keep doing the best that you can with your life. Good morning and enjoy your day.